Right. Find a seat for me, please. Find a seat. Boys over here. Girls over here. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, good. Just good. Are you guys going to have a good week this week? Okay, well, I'm going to have a good week this week. And if you haven't noticed, this year we're having the gold mining theme or the mining theme. And you're going to find out later in our rally time that, again, it's boys against the girls. And the boys are the gold miners. And the girls are the silver sifters. Do you actually sift for silver? Do you? Oh, okay. Well, it's all right. We're gonna sift for silver this week. All right. So if you don't know, I am Mr. Beam.
Hi, Mr. Beam.
Hi. Hi. That's Leland, right? That's Andrew. I'm not his uncle. I'm his brother-in-law. I know it's weird, but he just called himself Ethan. No, wrong. All right. So just to give you guys kind of a heads up. It's okay. Just to kind of give you guys a heads up, what we're going to do when you come here, you're going to come right into here. You're going to study those verses that you get your verse sheet, right? And then we're going to have a bit of a story time for you. And then after your story time, you're going to go out and you're going to go get some today. You want to know what you're going to eat tonight? Mark's Pizzeria. Who likes Mark's Pizzeria? This guy does. All right, so there's some marks out there for you. Right now, the kids, the littler kids, the K through second are out there, and they're enjoying some food. And at that time, am I not loud enough? You don't have sound? At that time, there's these things everywhere. At that time, what we're going to do is you're going to study your verses and eat. And then what's going to happen is we're all going to come together for rally time, okay? So rally time, we're going to have a game. We're going to have lots and lots of things. We're going to have an offering. Who remembers the offering? Who's been here before? Is this your first VBS? Yes? That's exciting. What's your name? What is it? Yuli? It's nice to meet you, Yuli. I am Mr. Beam, and we are going to have a great week. Anybody like gold? All right, I'll tell you what that's all about during rally time. At this time, we're going to have Mrs. Corey come and give us our first story of the week. So I would like for you, please, at this time, we're going to get the doors. I would like for you to sit up straight, put your ears on, if you don't have ears on. My ears are there. Okay, we're okay. We're going to put your ears on, and we're going to get ready for Mrs. Corey's story. If you could just pay attention as best you can. I know you're probably hungry. Now you're thinking about the pizza. But what we can do is just get ready by listening carefully to Mrs. Corey.
And I am on, yeah. Sound check, sound check. Ooh, I can hear myself. This is good. Okay, so I'm going to ask for some volunteers that would be willing to read off of a card for me. Is anybody willing to read off a card for me? I'll tell you when, okay? I'll get him one. You don't have to, it's okay. Will you help? Okay, there you go. You had your hand up, Andrew? I'm coming. Okay, so there's your cards. I will need the cards back at the end of the lesson, okay? So, first thing I'm going to do, since everyone's very quiet, I think we should stand up and play Simon Says. Simon Says stand up. All right, so there's a method to my madness. Are you ready? Simon Says pat your head. Simon Says pat your belly. Simon Says rub your belly, pat your head. Oh, how many of you patted your head? How many of you patted your head? Okay, so I didn't say Simon Says, right? Okay, but that's good. Ready? Simon Says touch your shoulder. Simon Says touch your knee. Simon Says touch your toes. Simon Says touch your eye. Simon Says touch your nose, touch your mouth. Very good. So that's kind of like a rapid fire thing, right? Okay, Simon Says, raise your hand. Simon says, raise the other hand. Doesn't matter which one. Simon says, sit down. So, I'm going to talk to you tonight about something that's very, very important in your life. It's one of the most important things you can get down in your life. It's so important that God mentions it starting with Adam and Eve. Like, that's the beginning of the Bible, right? So, and that is obedience. Did you know that if you don't get obedience down in your childhood, it makes the rest of your life very, very difficult? It affects your jobs. It affects your life in every way. It can affect your marriage even if you get married. So it's very important. It also affects what you do for God in your life. So obedience is huge, right? It's huge. So I'm going to have Titus read his verse.
And the Lord commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat, for in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die.
Guess what? Adam and Eve did not obey. They ate what they were not supposed to eat, okay? And because of that, they had something called consequences, right? So that's where this is going to come in here, right? Do you see my boards? It says blessings and consequences, right? So blessings is a fairly easy word to understand. Does anybody understand what this word is? It's not a word we use a lot anymore. What do you think consequences means, Audra? It's a punishment. It's something that you deserve because you did something wrong, right? Right? Okay. So what were Adam and Eve's consequences? Do you remember? So God said, don't eat that fruit. You can eat of everything else, but the knowledge of good and the tree from the tree of knowledge and good and evil, you're not allowed to eat that. And they ate it anyway. They disobeyed. And what was their consequences? Right, but so they just like killed over and died. Right? Gone. Right? X's over the eyes? No? What kind of death? Spiritual death. That means their what died inside? S-O-U-L, their soul. So before that, they didn't have a soul death, but after they sinned and they disobeyed, guess what they did to the rest of the human race? Gave them a spiritual death. Gave them a sin nature. That's right. So not only did their sin affect them, their sin affected us. Well, thanks a lot, Adam and Eve. Well, thanks. Just thanks. But you know what? They had a choice. God gave them a choice. He gives you a choice. Yes? Can you obey or disobey? You have it. Are you going to get blessings or are you going to get consequences, right? So that's what they did. So they passed sin down to us. But God takes disobedience and obedience, or however you want to put it, very, very seriously. God's son Jesus even talked about it when he walked the earth. And he said in John 14:15, who's got it? Nice and loud. If you love me, keep my commandments. Okay, commandments. Another big word. Anybody? Commandments. It's rules, or Simon says. Did I say, please stand up and pat your head? I didn't make a request. What did I do? I commanded it, didn't I? Simon says, do this. Simon says, do that. Simon says, stand on your head, which I cannot do. So those are commands, right? If you're in the military, they command you to salute and to march and to sit and to sleep and to not get up, and they command you in everything you do. Well, Jesus says, if you love me, keep my commandments. Well, that's interesting. So if we love him and we want to please him, we will what? Can you think about that? Obey. Obey. We will obey. And guess what God says? Guess right away who God tells us to obey. Anybody for Ephesians 6:1? You've got that one.
Child your parents and the Lord. For this is right.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. So what's your commandment above everything else in your life right now in your life? What's your commandment? To obey your parents. And if you obey your parents, God says what? It shows what? What'd I say? If you what me? What is it?
Bless.
If you obey your parents, what is it showing to everybody else if you obey your parents? That you love whom? God. That's right. Did you know that obedience was actually an act of love to God? Or did you just think, oh, I gotta go clean my room again for the second time this week? Oh, I gotta wash the dishes. Was it a drudgery to you? Or do you realize, wait a minute, if I obey, I am showing God's love. You see the difference? When we put that in our heads, that you're showing God's love when you obey, it changes your outlook, doesn't it? It changes why you want to do something, doesn't it? Without that, it's just, ho-hum, I got to do this again, right? We don't like that. We don't like that. So one of the things that I tell kids is, for obedience, is I have a little saying. I say, you need to obey. Say it. You can say it. Don't be shy. Quickly. You need to obey. You need to obey. This one's, all of them are big, but delayed obedience is what? Disobedience. I don't care how much you delay. Well, I really need to do this first. No, delayed obedience is disobey. So you need to obey quickly. You need to jump right to it. You need to do it right now. You need to obey right away. You need to obey. And I don't mean mumbling under your breath. Listen, I was a kid. I know you do this. Okay? And I've had children, so I know you do this. Right? So, and this is even what God says. Obey quickly. Obey quietly. And that's a quietness that's in your heart, not necessarily out of your lips. Okay? And then completely. Right? What's completely? Right. Finishing the job. How many of you struggle with finishing the job? Everybody should raise your hand. Okay. You know what? That's a human nature thing. You guys, you're going to struggle with doing it completely. Really work at it, because if you obey quickly, if you obey quietly, if you obey completely, you are doing what? You are showing what? Love. Does that change how you see that? If I obey my mom right away, and I do it without mumbling under my breath or throwing a temper tantrum, because we've seen that too, and I do it all, and I finish the whole task, I am showing mom I love her, but I'm showing mom that I love God. Whoa. That's different, isn't it? Right? I'm doing this because I want you to think about how you see obedience, right? So it says that we're to obey our parents because it's right. And I don't know about you, but I like to do right. I want to do right. I want to please God. I want blessings. I don't like or want consequences. I never have. And Hebrews 13:17 says, anybody? And submit yourself. So obey them that have the rule over you. I'm going to let you help me with this. Who is them that have the rule over you? I'm not talking like a ruler.
People that are older than us.
People that are older than us. How much older than us?
Just older than us.
Just older than us. Guess what? I submit myself to people that are younger than me. Why? Because God tells me to. Because it's the right thing to do. So I'm not even just submitting myself to older people. I'm submitting myself sometimes to younger people. Who else would have the rule over you? Oh, other than Titus. Andrew. Your parents, of course. We do that, right? Your parents, mom, dad, or whoever the Lord has put in to parent your home, correct? Right? Who else? Can you think of anybody else? Can you think of somebody, Audra?
God.
Yes, of course, God. Anybody else? Think.
President.
Ooh, even the one we don't like. Right? Does God say, now, you have to obey the rules that rule over you, but only if you like them and only if you like their rules? He doesn't say that? No, he doesn't say that. What about teachers in school? Ooh, backpedaling. What about teachers in school? I know some of you, your teacher in school is your mother, and that's even harder because you never leave her. She's always right there, right? No matter where you go, your teacher's there. You can't get away with nothing. But those of you who have school teachers, you have to obey them. The Bible says so. Then that's not always easy. So I want to tell you a story. Some of you already might know it. A long time ago, when Miss Lydia, who's out there, Corey, she was a little girl. She was 18 months old. And I'm going to tell you why it's important to obey and for children to learn to obey. She was little. We lived in South Carolina. And in South Carolina, they had poisonous spiders and scorpions and all kinds of things. And where we used to live, they lived outside and underneath our trailer. And I put her down for a nap. And I went outside to kind of pick up debris that was laying around because you don't leave stuff on the ground because they will live under it. So there was cardboard out behind my trailer and I went to go pick it up. She had gotten up and she was very independent as a little child. She started walking when she was 9 months old and she never quit. So she got herself out, found herself outside to me. And I look up and there she is walking. She didn't put her shoes on. She didn't know how. In South Carolina, you don't walk around without shoes on, okay? So she's toddling out to me, and she sees me, and she starts coming towards me quicker, and I look down, and from me to probably right there is a black widow spider. Do you know anything about a black widow spider? Anybody? Titus?
It eats the male.
Yeah, how poisonous are they? Anybody know?
They're some of the most poisonous.
They're some of the most poisonous spiders in the world. And it's sitting right there, and she's heading right towards it. And I said, Lydia, no, stop. And she was here, and the spider was there. And she stopped. And she looked at me, and I said, you stay there, stop. And I killed the spider, and I picked her up. And what if Lydia decided, I'm not going to obey Mommy? Do you know what could happen to her? She may not be here tonight because it would have killed her. She was little. Okay? Another thing that happened is we used to walk to the park, and I used to teach my kids red light, green light. And if they were to go ahead of me too far, I'd say red light, and they were to stop. So they got ahead of me, and they were at the corner. And when they get to a corner, I'd say red light, and they'd stop. And they were about to cross the road, and a car came whooshing by. And if they had gone, they would have been hit. But they didn't. They stayed there because I said what I said. Now, I'm not going to tell you that because every time I told my children to do something, they did it because they did not. Okay? They were not sent from heaven. But those were 2 times that they actually obeyed and they saved their lives. That obedience saved their lives. Obedience could save your life someday. In fact, it could save your soul. And we are to obey quickly, quietly, and completely. We are to obey for our blessings and our consequences, and I'm running out of time. So what I want to do is I want to talk about what some of those blessings are that for obedience and disobedience. Okay, so obedience. What are the blessings of obedience? Really quick. Really quick.
We can finish what we were doing before we can finish what we were doing before we did the other thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Finishing a task is definitely a blessing, especially to your mother. What is the consequence to not? What is the consequence? What's the opposite of that, Titus?
You have more work to do.
You have more work to do. I like how he thinks. More work to do. Who likes more work piled upon more work upon piled upon more work? None of you? You don't like to just work and work all day long? Oh, man. I don't either. Trust me. So, if you don't want a lot of work, you finish your task, right? That's the blessing of finishing a task, is you don't have a ton of work to do. Okay, give me another one. Give me a blessing of obedience. I don't care what it is, just a blessing of obedience. Fellowship with others. I like that. Because what happens, we'll get to it. Okay, so fellowship. What happens, what's the opposite? You don't get to go to your friend's house. Well, I told you that if you did this, you could go to so-and-so's house. But because you didn't do it, you don't get to go. Is that a consequence? Yes. No friend's house. I have done this with my kids, and I know my kids' friends have had this happen. Okay, give me another one. Come on, you guys can do this. I know all of you have had at least some consequences in your life. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Andrew, give me a blessing. Ha 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 ha. What's the blessing of obedience? How do you feel inside when you obey? You do. You feel good inside. Obedience gives you a peace in your heart. It does. It makes you feel good. Feels good. You know what? It's not necessarily bad to feel good, okay? It feels good to feel good, and there's nothing wrong with that. So what's the opposite of that? Anybody? Opposite?
Feeling bad.
Feeling bad. Right. No peace or bad feelings. Right? Sometimes that's sadness, sometimes that's anger, right? Oh, okay. I've got 1 or 2 more minutes. Let's see what we can come up with 1 or 2 more blessings and consequences. I want to think. Come on, guys. Think. What do you think? Titus, I might give you a chance, but I want to see if so. Yes.
Going to the park.
Going to the park is a blessing, isn't it? So we get to do things we don't normally get to do, going to the park. Okay, let me ask you this. Anybody get treats when they obey? Do you get treats when you obey? Yeah. And if you don't obey, do you get your treats? No. I know that you get more punishment than that, okay? So I understand that. So, yes.
I know what to do.
Well, okay, tell me.
You can't go to the park.
You can't go to the
park. You're being bad.
And what usually happens if you don't get to go to the park? It's not just you don't get to go to the park. What also happens? Sometimes you have to what? Well, sometimes you have to spend the day on your bed or in a room or right? Or in timeout, right? Sometimes like, well, you're not going to the park. You're sitting here for an hour, right? So sometimes that happens, right? Okay, so we know that there are blessings. According to God, the blessings of obedience is not just here, but it has to do with our hearts. It has to do with salvation, okay? And when we obey God, we get the blessing of knowing that we have pleased him and we are showing others that we love him. Okay? All right, very good. Look at that, I'm on time. And I went through all my notes like a good girl. So I want you to work about that. I want you to work at showing God that you love him and showing others you love him.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Corey. Check. Let's see how loud that is. Let me turn this up. Check. All right, that's better. Maybe I just need to be louder. Hey, anybody hungry? Somebody just brought me pizza, and it was delicious. So, if you would like to get ready to go and eat, let's do this. I'm going to line you guys up in the hallway. So, Mr. Brosnan, if you could line them up just so they're headed that way, but facing that way. Does that make sense? And then we're going to let the little kids switch. And then you get to go eat and do your verses. So work on those verses too. Those are important for the competition. I'll get to that later, okay? Go ahead. You can follow her. Go ahead, guys. Go. I'm putting my treasure in the bank. Heaven. Sounds good. So even if that's not your Bible, that's okay. We could just move them. There you go. Good job. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you guys excited about this week? Did you guys have, what did you have to eat? Pizza. You guys are so shy. Maylin, what did you have to eat? Pizza. Do you like pizza? All right. There's Elisha. Did Elisha have pizza? Yes. Come on in. We can go second row if there's not enough room. Yeah, that's fine. I just meant boys. Like, there we go. All right. How's everybody doing? Did you enjoy the pizza?
Yes.
It was okay. Meh. It was all right. I thought it was good. Now I need something to drink. I got to find Mr. Elliott and give me a drink. All right. What did we have to drink? I need to know. Apple juice? I like apple juice. Who likes grape juice? I like juice. Juice is good. Juice is very good. All right. Well, welcome to our Vacation Bible School. It's going to be a fantastic week. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to come in and you're going to go out to that tent and you're going to study those verses. Has anybody done any verses today? All right. You're working on those verses. Good job. Timothy did the whole sheet. That's pretty impressive. Owen did 5. Awesome job. So keep that up. Those verses will go toward your... Oh, what do you see up there? What do you guys see up there? You see a truck? That's pretty cool. Do you guys see dirt? You guys want to hear something cool? That dirt's from my backyard. What? I had Mr. Alex here check it for bugs. He said it was good. He said it was good dirt. So, all right. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a little story time. If you guys could sit up straight, open your ears. Owen just gave me this. Like, he opened his ears. He actually opened his ears. That was awesome. All right. So open your ears, close your mouth. and pay attention to Mrs. Corey. Okay, here we go.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh, wait, notebook. Okay. So we can always do what we do in my class, which is put your thinking caps on. Put them on. Turn your listening ears on. And zip your lips. Now, here's the thing. You'll have to unzip them because I'm going to ask you questions eventually, okay? So we're going to talk about something pretty familiar to most of you, but maybe not in the way I don't like this here. Okay. I want to see your cute little faces. Okay. So, but before we do, I want you to go ahead and put your Bibles down because we're going to play Simon Says. Stand up. Simon Says stand up. There we go. Ready? Simon says, touch your knee. Simon says, touch your foot. Simon says, touch your eye. Simon says, put your hands on your head. Rub your belly. Oh, good job. Good job. You got it right. Yep. So I didn't say Simon says. If you left your hands on your head, you did a great job. Okay, let me try one more time. Ready? Simon says, stand on one foot. Stand on the other foot. March in place. No, I didn't say. Simon didn't say. It's okay, but that's a fun game, isn't it? Well, there's a reason I taught it to you. Have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat. So today I'm going to talk to you about a big word called obedience. Does anybody understand that word? I'm sure you do. Obedience. It's a big, long word. Right, Malin? It's a big word, obedience. And it says in the Bible in Genesis, the Lord commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat. So you know what Adam and Eve did? They disobeyed. What does that mean? What does it mean to disobey?
Opposite of obedience.
Opposite of obedience, which is sin. That's right. So they didn't do what God told them to do, and that's called disobedience. When you don't do what you're told to do, it's called disobedience. That's right. And when you don't do, when you are slow to do what you're supposed to do, guess what? That's called a delayed obedience. Still disobedience. If you don't obey right away, you're still disobedient. Did you know that? Did you know that there's a way we can fix that? There is, that's right. So guess what? Adam and Eve, they didn't obey God, and they ate the fruit, and you know what they did? They created what's called a sin nature that the rest of us, now we disobey because they disobeyed. What? How unfair was that? We didn't even get a choice. They took it for us. And they disobeyed, so now we disobeyed. But you know what? We don't have to disobey. We can do right. And there are blessings to obedience, and there are consequences. What do you think? Consequences are good or bad?
Bad.
Bad. Consequences are bad. That's right. Blessings are?
Good.
Yeah, blessings are good. That's right. And so consequences are punishments. Who knows what a punishment is? Yeah, we know timeouts are punishments. Sitting down and not being able to play our toys or not being able to play on our devices are punishments sometimes. Sometimes we don't get to go to our friend's house. But when we obey, what happens?
Yes.
We get our blessings, right? Yes, and there are so many blessings that God says. But you know what? There's a very important obedience in the Bible that God says specifically to kids. Not just everybody, but just to you guys. You get your own special one. And the Bible says in Ephesians 6:1, children,
Obey your parents.
obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Who wants to do right? You want to do right? I want to do right. Because when I do right, I get blessings. But when I don't do right, I get consequences. Here, should I go? Consequences. Yeah, we can do it in our deep voice. Can you do it? Consequences. Yeah, that's not a good time. So, it also says in the Bible that they're to obey those that have the rule over you. It means that they're in charge of you. Who are people that are in charge of you?
Your pastor.
Your pastor. Who else?
Your parents.
Your parents, for sure, right? Who else? Can you think of someone? Oh, yes. What else?
Your elders.
Your elders or older people older than you. That's right, Timothy. Who else? Can you think of somebody? What am I? I'm
Grandma. Right now.
not a grandma yet, but we're working on that.
Mom.
I'm a mom, but I'm also an aunt. I'm also a sister, but I'm not in charge of my siblings. Okay? So what about a teacher? Am I a teacher?
Yeah.
Are we supposed to obey our teachers?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I got one.
You do?
Your grandma.
I am a grandma?
No.
I'm supposed to obey you're supposed to obey your grandma.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yes, you are. It's okay. Just don't worry about it. He's not going to, fall through the hole on the floor or anything. Okay, so we want to obey because we will have blessings. And when we obey, how do we obey? How do we obey? Can you read the words? Who can read those words? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Quickly. Completely. So we're to obey quickly. What does quickly mean?
Quickly means,
I see hands.
Close your
Hands, anybody? Hands, if you know what the word quickly is. Okay, I will call on you.
doing it fast.
Doing it fast. Okay, ready? I'm going to do something fast. Simon says, stand up fast. That is quickly. You may sit down. Okay, so what is quietly? What is quietly? That's quietly, right? What's quietly? Well, not necessarily whispering, but it can be. Sometimes your mom wants you to do what you're told and not make a bunch of noise about it. Okay, listen with your ears. Are you got your zip them back up for just a minute and I'll let you unzip them, right? So sometimes it gets a little loud in the house with kids, doesn't it? Does it do that? Yeah. Moms don't want us to make a lot of noise when we're supposed to be getting something done. So we're supposed to do that quietly. But you know what all that means? It also means no temper tantrums. No whining. That's what that means. Who whines and complains when they're told to do something? Be honest. None of you? Oh, you're angels. I didn't know this. Okay. How about this word? How about that word? This is the word completely. Who knows what the word completely? What does it mean, though? Owen.
It means you have to do it right now.
Nope, that's the quickly part. It's okay. I want you to think. I'm going to give you another chance. What do you think completely means?
You did it completely.
So what does that mean?
It
It's
means
all
that it's all together.
It's all done. It's all done. Oh, wait a minute. So I was told to go clean up all of my shoes and put them in my closet, and I forgot my purple ones. So I did it completely, right?
No.
Wait, but all the rest of my shoes are picked up,
Yes.
but not my purple ones? So did I do it completely?
No.
No, I didn't finish the job, did I? No. So if mom says, go pick up all the trucks, get them out of the yard so dad can mow the lawn, and you leave 2 trucks, what happens?
He runs above me.
He runs them over. That's a very bad consequence. Yeah, because you ruin your mower, okay? And then dad gets not happy. So you have to obey completely. Finish the job, what? Completely. So I have a little ditty I'm going to teach you. It goes like this. Obey quickly, quietly,
Quietly.
and completely. Obey quickly, quietly, and completely. Let's do it again. Are you ready? You can repeat after me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Obey quickly, quietly, and completely. Obey quickly, quietly, and completely. Do you think you can do it without me? No, I doubt it. Ready? Let's do it again. Ready? Can you? Completely. Are you ready? Obey. You're going to repeat after me? You don't have to repeat this part. Quickly, quietly, and completely obey. Quickly. And completely. That's right. So when you think about it and mommy says to do something, you can have this little song going in your head. Obey quickly, quietly, and completely. Obey quickly, quietly, and completely. I want you to that just run into your brain till it drives you bonkers. That's what I want you to do. Because it's a good reminder, right? That's how we're supposed to obey. Now, the other thing I want to tell you about obedience is there's blessings to it. And that blessings is you please God. Who wants to put a smile on God's face today? Me too. And the Bible says, Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Can you think of a commandment in the Bible that I said tonight for children? Ephesians 6:1. Children, say it with me, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Is that a commandment from God?
Yes.
Did you know that if you obey your parents, you are showing God and your parents that you love him? Did you know that? It's not just something you're supposed to do. It's giving God a Valentine. It's saying, God, I love you. And because I love you, I'm going to obey my mom. And because I love you, God, I'm going to obey the teacher. And because I love you, I'm going to use my listening ears. Right? Because we want God to know that we love him, right? Do we want God to know we love him?
Yes.
Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, that's right. So, what is the blessing of obedience? We show God, we
Love
him. Very good. So what's the blessing of obedience? We show God we love him. That's right. Okay, guess what? We got just a smidgen more time, so I'm going to actually do something with you that I didn't do with the big kids. We're going to sing songs about obedience. Because you know what helps you learn to obey? Music. Just like this. Obey quickly, quietly, and completely, right? We're going to get that earworm stuck in there somehow. But how about this? O-B-E-Y, obey always. O-B-E-Y, obey now. O-B-E-Y, obey always. O-B-E-Y, obey now. Obey mother, obey father, obey preacher, teacher too. If you know it, you can sing it. O-B-E-Y, obey always. O-B-E-Y, obey now. Want to do it again?
Yes.
You want to stand up to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Ready? O-B-E-Y, obey always. O-B-E-Y, obey now. O-B-E-Y, obey always. O-B-E-Y, obey now. Obey mother, obey father, obey preacher, teacher too. O-B-E-Y, obey always. O-B-E-Y, obey now. How many of you like that song? How many of you heard that song before? Yeah, some of you heard that song before. How about, I gotta get my thing. Because there's another one. You can sit down, I'll show you. So there's one called Zip Your Lip. And I don't have it with me. Okay. Never mind. Zip your lip, don't talk back. No need to say that little wisecrack. Do what you're told right away. Don't talk back, just obey right away. Zip your lip. How many of you heard that one? Just obey. Do it now. Don't delay. Don't put it off for another day. Go ahead and give it right this very minute. You better do it now, right? Do you hear all of these obedience songs? There's a lot of them, isn't it? I think he needs to move down. He's not obeying.
Yes, you
You need to move down. You're not obeying.
What's the next one?
Yeah, this is called a consequence. Down. You stay there. You stay there. All right? So the very last one I'm going to teach you is, I will obey the first time I'm told. I will obey right away. What does that sound like? Quickly
Quietly and done.
and completely. They rhyme, you silly boy. That's why I said them like that. I will obey the first time I'm told. I will obey right away. Never with a question why, never with a sigh. I will obey right away. You want to do that one? I will obey the first time I'm told. Let's try it. I will obey the first time I'm told. I will obey right away. Never question why, never with a sigh. I will obey right away. What happens when you obey right away? What is the blessing? What is the blessing? Showing we love him. What's the blessing? Showing God we love him. What's the blessing?
Showing that we love him.
Okay, that's the blessing. That's right. I just want to get that in your head because it's a very important thing when you learn to obey, because it will affect you the rest of your life. Okay, still not obeying. I need you to move over here or you're going back there. Okay? We kind of went through this in master clubs, right? You have to obey, because when you do that, you will have a lot more fun.
I was late here.
No, we had master clubs together, I remember. So, okay? If you obey, we will have a lot more
What's that thing?
fun. Who wants more fun in their life?
That thing.
It's at a microphone. Who wants more fun?
Me.
Right. So, what did I say? If we obey, we're going to have
Fun.
more fun. That's right. So, everybody needs to listen and obey, okay? All right? Okay. That's excellent. I'm even 1 minute free of that one. Here comes Mr. B.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Corey. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Obedience. Is obedience important?
Yes.
Yes. What is obedience? We just learned all about it. Yeah, Owen. What's obedience?
Obedience is when someone tells you to do something, you do it.
And what are the 3 words now that they're not up here? Does anybody remember? Can somebody give me the 3 words? How should you obey? Give me one, Timothy. Quickly? Any of the girls know? Quickly? You got to raise your hand. Malin. Quietly. So quickly, quietly, and Elisha. Completely. Very good. Very good. Yep, we got to raise our hand if we know answers, right? Do you know an answer? Hey, buddy, what's your name? What is it? Roscoe? All right, nice to meet you, buddy. My name is Mr. Beam. Did I tell you my name yet? I did? Well, guess what? I'm Mr. Beam. All right, I need... Mr. Alex, can you let them know we're ready to come on in? Mr. Mike, can you turn that lapel off for me, please? Mr. Mike, turn off the mic. Yes. Okay, can you have a work... yeah. Yes. What's that? Did you turn it in? Where is it? Okay, you can find her if you'd like. I don't have much. Oof. Do you guys like to earn prizes? Whoa, that was my best scream yet. Prizes got them, guys. Prizes got them. All right. So we are definitely going to do some prizes this week. We're going to say some verses this week. How many of you said a verse today? Or tried to say a verse today at least? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very good. Keep that up. All right. Who knows what competition means? Does anybody know what competition means? What does it mean to compete? Titus, do you like to compete? Okay. You normally like to win the competition, right? So when you compete, what are you doing? Owen, what are you doing when you compete? You're trying. Oh, I like this guy. I like this guy. When you compete, you're trying to win. You're not just, right? But you know what we do when we don't win? Do we throw fits when we don't win? No. Do we boo when we don't win? No. Do we laugh and go, I love to lose? No, you don't do that either, right? But we don't have a bad attitude, right? You know what? I learned something this year at camp, and I'm going to teach it to you guys. You want to hear it? When something doesn't go your way, and it's a bummer. What's a bummer? Bummer. Something didn't go well, right? You wanted chicken nuggets tonight, and it was pizza. Bummer. Right? I have a secret. There might be nuggets later. Not tonight, but later this week. Okay, but you were disappointed, right? You wanted to win. You wanted that prize. You wanted that snack. You wanted something special. All right, so this is what we're going to do this week if it doesn't go our way. You ready? Watch me. Oh, well, ain't it swell? Some of you know that, right? Can we do that together? Ready? Oh, well, ain't it swell? I like it. Let's stand up. Let's do that together. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have you guys do it. Are you ready? Oh, well, ain't it swell? I love it. Good job. So if your team loses, maybe you can, cheer that or something. All right. So right now I'm going to introduce you to your spectacular, famous, amazing, team leaders. So come on up, team leaders. Come on up. So this is Mr. Elliot Brosnan. He is the boys' team leader. Let's hear it for Mr. Elliot. And this is Miss Amelia. She's the girls' team leader. Let's hear it for the girls. All right. So your team names. The girls are the silver. You can stay up here. Go ahead, stay up here. The girls are the silver sifters. Let's hear it for the sifters. And the boys are the gold miners. Wow. All right, so we're going to have some competitions this week. We're going to play games. We're going to have an offering. Who's never seen our offering before? I know there's at least. What was your name again? Yuli, right. Is that your brother? Yeah. So they haven't seen it before. So we're going to have to show them. And it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty fun. So let me explain it. I actually left my bag somewhere. Oh, they're there. Perfect. So if you bring in 50 cents, you will get the little bag. Can you hold that up for me? 50 cents gets you the little bag. $1 gets you the big bag. And if you bring $5, if you're a girl, you only get one of these. I'm just kidding. If you bring $5, you get 5 of these, right? If you bring $5, you get 5 of these. If you bring $200,000, yeah, I like that. I mean, we'll do something special for you. Because we don't have that many bags. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you. I'll tell you what. If you bring in $200,000, you win the week. How's that sound? Yeah. Wow, these kids know where to get $200,000 apparently. Okay, so. All right. Yeah. So, part of the competition. Oh, I don't show this yet. I want you guys to bring visitors. Okay? So if you have friends, nobody looks like they have friends here. You have friends? Owen has friends? Leland has friends? Titus has friends? Are you insulted? I'm sorry. I know you have friends. I'm just kidding you. I know you have friends. If you bring, listen, so what we do is we take these bags, okay, and we weigh them in here. Oh! So if you're on the boys team, and you only brought 50 cents, I'm sorry, you're going to lose. Because the girls team brought $1. But I'm hoping you brought more than that. But guess what? Whoa, what was that? Tell you what. If your team, this starts tomorrow, by the way, and I'll show you this part. I mean, the offering will be tonight, but this special part will start tomorrow. If you bring the most visitors tomorrow, you, in your offering, will get the gold bar in your offering. It weighs a whopping, it says it's a kilogram, but it's not a kilogram. It's probably 1.5 pounds. But it's something. It's something. It's worth bringing visitors for. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this. So the girls only brought 50 cents, let's say, but the boys brought 2 visitors or 15 visitors, or I like this number today, 200,000 visitors. And they get it in there. Oh! All right, so visitors are pretty important for the offering, right? So you want the golden brick. If it ties, we'll have to figure out a tiebreaker. Oh, I got an idea. Let's say there's a tie. Let's say there's a tie of visitors. Let's say the girls bring 5 visitors and the boys bring 5 visitors. We're going to count the Bibles brought. So it's important to bring a visitor or 2 or 200,000 and your Bible, right? If you don't have a Bible, then we will get you one. So come see me. We will get you a Bible that you can bring this week, okay? Okay. You guys excited for that? I have most of my workers in here, yes? If you are a worker in here and the first thing you should do when you come every day is grab a rundown. I'm going to have a special sheet you should find. If you cannot find it, see Mr. Elliott. He will get you one of those rundowns. If you don't have one today, you can come up here and grab one right now, actually, if you'd like. All right, so Amelia needs one. Miss Amelia needs one. All right. Now, let's talk about this. I noticed when you guys were the loudest, I was talking about prizes. Do you guys like prizes? Oh, yeah. So, we have a prize room. The mine that holds the prizes. Have you guys ever seen our prize room? Who's seen our prize room? Yep. So, it's going to be right through those doors. At the very end, you're going to be able to go into that mine and mine through some prizes, okay? All right, so, but Mr. Beam, how do I get prizes? I am so glad you asked. I'm going to explain. All right, so one of the key things to prizes is going to be verses, okay? If you are not able to do verses, we need you to try, right? If you can't do a single verse, we'll work with you, right? We'll keep working. Make sure you're working hard on those verses. When you're out eating, you can chew and study. Chew and study, right? Okay. All right, so one verse will get you a bag of candy. 2 verses will get you a bag of candy and a soda or a juice. Everybody likes juice, especially the little kids. They told me that. 3 verses get you candy, a drink, and a snack. 4 verses get you candy, a drink, a snack, and a small prize. 5 verses get you candy, a drink, a snack, a medium prize, or 2 small prizes. And then if you do all of them, you get everything. What? Well, not everything. You don't get to be like, here, I got my truck, load up Load up the prizes from the bride room. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, no. Sorry. All right. So that might be modified throughout the week. We'll see. And but the main way to get prizes is those verses. Okay? Main way to get those prizes is those verses. We might add some things throughout the week. We'll see how it goes. And then throughout this week, we're gonna have some special days. Okay? One day we're gonna have like a dress up day. Do you guys know what I would want you to dress up as? Astronauts. Yeah. No. What do you think? What should you dress up as? Raise your hand if you know. Oh, who? Not quite. Owen. A miner, right? So you got a hard hat. You got a light. You got a vest. Mr. Bronson here. I like the earplugs. He's like, oh, just stay away. Stay away. All right. At this time, we're going to do our song. Actually, I'm going to do the verse first, and then I'm going to have Mrs. Corey come on up, and we're going to do our song. So let's do our verse first. All right. Who recognizes this verse? Come on, look up here. We got our verse. Mr. Elliott, could you kill that other light just so we get, because it's the sun is kind of bright still. The sun is bright. Miners don't like the sun. That's good. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So what do we got here? This is the very first verse on your verse sheet, and I got a secret for you guys. Okay? I got a secret. Every day this week, this verse is going to be on your verse sheet. So if you've been with us previous years, usually we actually required you to do the verses in order. This year we're not requiring that. So you can pick any verse you'd like on that verse sheet to say. Does that sound good to you? Does that sound good? That makes it even easier to get prizes, right? All right, so let's say our verse together. Let's stand up. Can everybody see that? Is this stuff in the way? No. Here, I'll move this at least. All right, let's say it together. Are you ready? Begin. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? Proverbs 16:16. Are we going to memorize that by the end of the week? How many of you have already memorized it? How many of you have already memorized it and not stepped on stuff? Alicia, I got some boys that memorized it. Girls? Oh, boy. They just did the rest of the verses, that's why. All right, let's do it again. This time, sit down. Ready? How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? Proverbs 16:16. All right, boys. Just the boys. I want to hear just the boys. Are you ready? Just the minors. You know what? I got 200 points for whoever does this the best. So now we're talking about competition, aren't we? Here we go. 200 points, whoever does this the best. Here we go. Boys first. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold? Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see if the girls can do any better. Let's see if the girls can do any better. All right, girls. Are you ready? How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? Proverbs 16:16. Oh. I mean, there was togetherness. There was some loudness. I'm going to have to give the 200 points to the girls. The Silver Sifters get 200 points. All right. Mrs. Corey, can you come on up and help us with our song? Is Mrs. Corey? Yes, there she is. All right, so I hope this works. Does this work? We'll find out. Oh, let me turn it on. Turning it on is good. There we go. Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, listen up.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and sing it so you will know how it goes first. That way you have a better chance of learning it. Ready? I'm putting my treasure in the bank of heaven, sending it ahead each day, giving out the gospel, helping out a neighbor, taking time to kneel and pray. I may never be a billionaire, but oh, my treasure's worth a lot up there. Thieves will never steal it, rust will never eat it. My treasure's in the bank of heaven. Who's heard that before? Ooh, we got some people who already know it. Okay, I'm going to slow down so don't trip over our words. Are you ready? We'll start again. Are you ready? I'm putting my treasure in the bank of heaven, sending it ahead each day, giving out the gospel, helping out a neighbor, taking time to kneel and pray. I may never be a billionaire, but oh, my treasure's worth a lot up there. Thieves will never steal it, rust will never eat it. My treasure's in the bank of heaven. Who thinks they got it down pretty good? It's pretty easy, wouldn't you say? Can we pick it up a little? Okay, you ready? Are you ready? I'm putting my treasure in the bank of heaven, sending it ahead each day, giving out the gospel, helping a neighbor. Taking time to kneel and pray. I may never be a billionaire, but oh, my treasure's worth a lot up there. Thieves will never steal it, rust will never eat it. My treasure's in the bank of heaven. Good, good.
All right, good job, guys. What do you guys think of our little thief up there? What should we name him? Well, we got to give him a name. David? I don't know. It's got to be what? Robert? Oh, I like it. Robert the Robber. I like it. He might have just said Robert, but Robert works too. All right, so Robert the Robber, he can steal the treasure down here, right? But can he steal the treasure up there? And we'll talk about more. What does that mean, Mr. Beam? We'll talk about this week what the treasure up there is. All right, Mr. Brosnan, are we ready, sir, for the game? All right. So listen, this is very important, okay? We're going to have a lot of fun this week. We're going to have a good game, but I need you to listen carefully, okay? I know you're excited about the game, but the quicker you listen, the better you listen. How's that? The better you listen, the better the game will go, right? So you got to listen to the game and listen to how it's played, okay? Oh boy, here we go. He's going to get his stuff. Where did he go? Is he with Robert? Ooh, ouch. That's hot. All right, Mr. Brosnan, I'm going to have you take the microphone.
I have to public speak.
You have to public speak.
Hello. Good evening. I am the local labor boss. My name is Get a job. Welcome to my union. You will be a miner this evening. You will take a hammer. You will get in a line. You will come up one at a time, and you will hammer one line of poppers. Do you see what I'm doing? You will do that exactly until the whole popper block is popped. All right? It's hammer time at Freedom Baptist Mine. So the boys will get in line. The girls will get in line. You will get one chance. You'll get one line.
Not one color, one line, right?
Yeah, one line, please. Yes, sir.
All right, behind the fuse.
If you break a hammer, there's more. No, you may not. Ladies, let's get behind the pew. Behind the pew. This is an ambidextrous hammer. All right. You good? Are you guys ready?
Let's give them an example of what you want done, Mr.
Mr. Brosnan takes the hammer.
Wait.
What are you doing? Oh.
Go ahead.
All right, well, here's a fine example.
Go. All right, so you're going to take this row.
Yes, sir.
You're going to take this row and you're going to push down just on the one row. There'll be a worker to help you here. Yep. And then you go. Oh. Hold on. And then we're going to push them back up. Yeah. So your job is to push down one row with this hammer, okay? Can I get you help the boys, okay? Sure. Can you help the girls? Just tell them which row to start on and all that. Yeah. All right, are you guys ready? Do we how many rows do we have?
There's 20.
There's 20 rows. So pick people, just keep going in the line. When they're done with their one row, go to the back line, okay? When they're done with their line, they need to go back. Like, so when Malin's done, she goes back. Yep. Until you're finished. Yep. Are you guys ready? Start at the first purple row. The first purple row. On your mark. Get set. Go.
You're a good worker. I hire you. You're fired.
Keep going. Go. Good job. That's pretty close. Mike. We're on the third row here. Third row.
This might be a while.
It's all right.
Good trying.
Go.
There you go. Good job. Now keep pushing out when I'm to. There you go.
Good job. Leave the hammer. Let's go.
Good job. Thank you. Right here. Good job.
Close.
That's good. That's good rhythm. Very productive.
Right here.
Onto the blue row.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
There you go. Good job.
Hey, we're gonna go halfway. Go to here. We're gonna go halfway.
I know.
Go to here. It's okay. Yeah. We'll just go to here, okay?
Yeah, we'll do half.
Yep.
Let's go, boys.
Olive green. Switch for me. You good? Let's hear it for the sifters. Oh, look how fast this is. Look how fast that is. Look at that go. Whoa. There you go. Oh, boy, we got some fast people now. Oh, boy, we're just getting to the green. One more row for the boys. Goes to the Miners! Hey, that's it. That's it. Miners take it. All right, can you leave this up for me because I'm going to use it for the other game. No, leave everything. Leave everything. Thank you. All right, listen up. Good job. That's going to be 5,000 points for the Miners. All right. Very good. Go ahead and find a seat. Let's give 1,000 points to the oh well, ain't it swell? I like that. Good spirit. Good job. All right, now listen. You guys ready for the offering? All right. So, if you'll notice, we only got halfway through your minefield, or your mining, right? So we got to finish that off. But I need some experienced miners to finish this off for me, because you guys did okay. But I just need some experienced miners to finish off the mining. All right? So I'm gonna get my team leaders up here. Can I get her? I need my team leader. Sifters leader, sifters leader, sifters leader, sifters leader. Oh, he wants me to deduct points for being late. That's all right. Well, you're trying to steal money already? All right, listen up. So, let me explain since you were away. Since you were, that's okay. Since you took a leave of absence. Okay, so they did okay mining. Would you agree? They did pretty well. But I need my experienced miners, my team leaders, to finish off the job. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish off mining. All right, and then look at this. I still got one for the boys over here. Okay, now it's down. Okay, so should I make it even to start, or should I make you do 2 extra rows? I'll make it even. I'll make it even because I'm so experienced. Look how good I am. Watch this, guys. Ready?
You can use your fingers.
No, you could. Okay, I'm not very good. Sorry. I'm just the manager. See? The manager doesn't do a lot of work. He just kind of. All right, here we go. So it's even, yes? Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Listen up carefully, please. They're going to finish off the mining because they're super experienced. Then what we're going to do is after they're done mining, I want them to fill up their bucket. Does everybody have their offering? Oh, they don't have their offering yet. All right. Can I get as many workers as possible to get their offering to them? Just find their name because it's going to have their name and their offering. Yeah, if they're handing it in during the registration, that's okay. So if you already have money, it's coming to you. It will be coming to you. This is kind of better than the chaos of having everybody go back there, I guess. So here is your offering. While you're getting your offering, let's hear it for your team. All right. Listen up. What you're going to do is you're going to take your offering. You're going to take your offering and you're going to put it in the bucket as it comes by. So your team leaders are going to finish off the mining and then they're going to grab all of the gold. But you got to do your mining first, Miss Amelia. Are you guys ready? Teams, are you ready, please? Yes, thank you. Are you ready? Oh, we're getting tips from the master himself. Are you ready? I want to hear some cheers for your team. On your mark. Get set. Go. That failed. Failure. Oh, he's using a different end here. Oh, it's neck and neck, you guys. No, whole row. All of it. Finish it off. Wow. Look at this experience. Oh boy, we're into the orange. Final field for the boys. Fingers are on there. Boys, you better get ready with your offering. Oh, don't miss that one. Oh boy, we're on the orange field here too. Oh, it's getting neck and neck. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, final line. You got another one on the other side. Don't miss that. You better collect your offering when you're done. Push it down. Come on, go! You're good. Go, collect it. Collect it. Bring it back up. Wow. I think the sifters took that. Wow, that was close. Poor Mr. Elliott over here has one that just won't stay down. There must be a lot of gold in them there hills. All right, find a seat. That's 2,000 points for the sifters. 2,000 points for the sifters. Mr. Alex, can I get you up here just to help me with the buckets? Because you eventually need to come up here anyway. That was close the whole way, guys. Very good. Excellent job. All right. Oh, we got these on the wrong side, the right side, correct? Okay. Excellent. Thank you. All right. So what do you guys think? Who's going to win this? All right, listen. I need to count down from 5. Count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2. Miners! That's 3,000 points for the Miners. 3,000 for the Miners. Now listen. What do you need to bring tomorrow? Whoop. How'd that go? What do you need to bring tomorrow? Visitors. Visitors, Bibles, and what else? What did we just do? Offering, right? Bring some money so you can get your cash bags. How does that sound? All right. Mr. Elliott, I'm going to give you just a couple minutes to get ready for your lesson, and we'll do a quick song. Do you guys know I'm in, right out, right up, right down, right? You do know that one? I'm so glad, because we're about to sing it. All right. Are you guys ready for this? I'm going to sit up here. I think I want to sit up here. Oh, he was trying to cover up the silver sifters. You're good.
Sorry.
The Silver Sisters? I don't see any gray hair over there. Oh, that's okay. I won't judge about hair. All right, let's stand up. Let's stand up. We're going to do in, right out, right up, right down. I see a yawn, so we got to get some blood pumping. We got to get you guys ready to do some in, right out, right up, right down, right happy all the times. Yes? I'm in, right out, right up, right down, right happy all the time. Are we ready? Let's do it slow first so we make sure we do know it. Because some of you, yes, sir. Up, right, down, right. You're correct. I was thinking it was the other way for some reason. Please find a seat. Thank you, Mr. Titus. All right. Oh, this is nice. I think I'll just sit. All right, you guys ready? So watch me if you don't know it, and watch your neighbor if they know it. Because if they don't watch them. They'll throw you off. Ready? Here we go. I might throw you off. Who knows? Ready? I'm in right, out right, up right, down right, happy all the time. I'm in right, out right, up right, down right, happy all the time. Since Jesus Christ came in and cleansed my heart from sin. I'm in right, out right, up right, down right, happy all the time. So if I forget the hand motions and I have a microphone in my hand, it's doubly bad, okay? So, you guys ready to begin? Let's do a little faster. Here we go. Are you ready? I'm in right, out right, up right, down right, happy all the time. I'm in right, out right, up right, down right, happy all the time. Since Jesus Christ came in and cleansed my heart from sin. All right, stop. I can't remember how to do these hand motions. Mr. Titus, can you come up here and help me, please? Thank you. Let's do this again. You're not that good at the motions, but you don't have a microphone in your hand. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm in right, out right, up right, down right, happy all the time. I'm in right, out right, up right, down right, happy all the time. Since Jesus Christ came in and cleansed my heart from sin. Yuck! I was waiting for that. All right, do that. Ready? Cleanse my heart from sin. I'm in right, up right, down right, happy all the time. All right, thank you, Mr. Titus. Appreciate that. Find a seat. All right, listen up. At this time, we are going to have Mr. Elliott come and give us a bit of a lesson from the Bible. So listen, I need you guys to pay attention very, very closely. This is a very important time of VBS, okay? This is the time when we learn more about God, right? And that's why we want you here at VBS. That's why we take this week to have fun, but also to learn more about what the Bible says. We want you to learn more about God, and we want you to know where you're going when you die. And that's something we're going to talk about this week, okay? We're going to have a good time, but we're also going to learn, and we're going to learn very important things. So, Mr. Elliott, if you can come on up. So here's what I want you to do before Mr. Elliott, go ahead and get settled in. Before Mr. Elliott gets started, I want you to put your hands in the air and clap. I guess we're clapping multiple times. All right, put your hands in the air. Clap once. Bring your hands past your eyes. Keep them open, though. Bring your hands past your nose. Keep that open, too, please. We want you to breathe. But I do want you to shut your mouth. So keep your mouth shut as we listen, because it's very important what Mr. Elliott has to say. I'm delaying so he can get ready. You all set, sir? Okay, good. Hold on, I'll get your mic. So I'll just keep talking. What do you have on? You got the orange one? All right, here we go. There you go.
Hello. We good? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do sword drills. All right. So everybody that has their Bible, get them out.
Can you explain what a sword drill is?
I'm going to. So if you don't know what a sword drill is, it is, I will call it a reference in the Bible and the verse and the chapter. You hold it over your head by the binding, way above your head, and then I say the reference. So let's just do, what are we going to do? We're going to do 1 Peter 17:7. 1 Peter 17:7. Charge. All right. 1:7, my bad. 1:7. All right, Titus, go.
That the trial of your faith, being
There you go. All righty, we're going to do another one. We're going to do 1 Kings 9:28. Kings 9:28. Cheetah. Cheetos. Cheetos are good. Charge. All right, let's go. Let's see here. Let's get somebody different. Audra.
And they came to and fetched from Ken gold 420 pounds and brought it to King Solomon.
Yep, you got it. There you go. All right, we're going to do, one second, let me get this verse up here. We are going to do 1 Kings 9:28. Charge. Titus. All righty, we're going to do one more, and if you've already answered a verse, you cannot stand up. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to do Proverbs 8:19.
Proverbs 8.
19. All right. Charge. Elijah.
Proverbs 8:19. My food is better than gold, yea, the fine gold, and my revenue is the choice silver.
You got it, bud. Alrighty, so when you do sword drills, there is a word that is usually the main theme throughout the verses. One that is repeated over and over consistently throughout the verse. Does anybody know what that word is? All right, sit down. Sit down. We'll make this fair. All right? Go. No. All right, everybody down. We're going to do this again.
Backs against the pews.
Go. Elisha. You got it, buddy. We'll give you Reese's. All righty. So, what I'm going to be talking about, many of you know who God is, right? Yes. Some of you don't, though. Some of you don't know who God is outside of a curse word or a slang word that is thrown around lightly. I'm here to show you that name means way more than you think. Let's go to Acts 17:24 through 28, if you could. Acts 17:24 through 28. All right. God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in the temples made with our hands, neither is worshipped with men's hands as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath to all things, and hath made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and hath determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation, that they should seek the Lord, and haply they might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. For in him we live and move, and our own beings, as certain also of our own prophets have said, for we are also his offspring. It says here that God, capital G-O-D, created the heavens and the earth. Isn't that amazing? I don't think some random person could just create a planet on a whim. Turn to Genesis 1:10. Genesis 1:10. There's going to be a lot of Bible turning. I'm going to use a lot of scripture, so keep your hands spry. Genesis 1:10. Everybody there? Okay. And God called dry land earth, and the gatherings together of the waters he called seas, and God saw it was good. Again, it says God is the creator of the earth. Coincidence? I think not. God isn't just the creator of the earth, though. He created everything. Let's go to Genesis 1:1, and we're going to read down through verse 10. Genesis 1:1 through 10. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was out form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved on the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of the waters called he seas. And God saw it was good. But why did he make the sun, moon, and stars? He created them so we could admire what he did for us and how he provided all our needs. In Psalms 19:1, you guys don't have to turn there. Psalms 19:1. Psalms 19:1 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth forth his handiwork." Showeth his handiwork. God's creation declares his glory. You may be saying, did God create all that for me? I'm just small and insignificant. He did. He even created you. Every detail from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. In Psalms, let's go to Psalms 139:4. Psalms 131. Psalms 39. 14, my bad. "I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well." Now that we know he created everything, what is he doing now? He is still creating. In John 14:3, it says he's preparing a place for us, for those who believe him. Where, you might ask? In heaven. And oh, by the way, he created that too. So who is God? God is the creator of all things. He made you for his pleasure so we can praise him. Be sure to praise him for all he's done for you and from the fresh air we breathe down to the food we eat. Don't let him go unnoticed. Thank you. Mr. B.
All right. Hold on, I gotta turn my own mic on. Check, check. All right, there we go. All right, so we learned a little bit about candy being everywhere. We learned a little bit about God tonight. Who could tell me one thing they learned about God tonight? Elisha. Ooh. Very good. It's like mining when you read his word. Yes, Audra. He created the whole world. Yes, he did. What else did he create? Timothy. He did what? Church. Very good. Did he build this church? No, but everything in this church was made by him, right? But man just crafted it in a certain way to help him, right? Like a 2x4. Do you know what a 2x4 is? It's a piece of wood that looks like about this and like that, right? Does God make 2x4s? No. Well, he makes the wood that the 2x4s are made out of, right? And then man just takes a saw and puts it in a certain way that makes it strong, right? So God created the whole world. And we're going to learn more about God. We're going to learn a lot about God. We're going to learn about God's Son. I think that's tomorrow. We're going to learn more about God's Son. All right? So if you'll come back tomorrow, What are the 3 things that we need to bring tomorrow? Audra. Very good, very good. And what's the thing, I'm just testing your memory here. What's the thing you need to remember if things don't go your way? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good. You can do that even at home. You can just have a bad day. You could just say, oh, well, ain't it swell. All right. So at this time, what's that? Yes, thank you. We got a little bit of time. Where did Mr. Ellie go? You said you were going to talk about the stranger. Can I talk about the stranger? Because you didn't mention it. Is that okay? All right, give me 2 seconds. Hold on. All right, so I would like to, I'm not going to promise this every day because it depends on time, but I want to talk about some mining facts. We want to talk about some gold and how people dig it and how they found it, right? So I found, where is it? Let's see. Has anyone ever heard of the largest piece of gold ever found? They even have a name for it. Has anybody ever heard of this? You gotta check this out. Here we go. Oops. I know I don't have it up there yet. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. I want to cut everything else off the screen. That's why. All right. So the biggest piece of gold ever found. Are you ready for this? Here we go. It literally has a name. They had to name it. It was so big. I think it turned off. Here it comes. I promise. Here it is. You ready? This is actually a replica of the nugget. The nugget they called it the Welcome Stranger. The Welcome Stranger, it is you guys want to know how much that thing weighs? Yes. How much do you think it weighs? Give me a guess. The real one. This is a replica. But this is exactly what it looked like. Andrew, how much do you think? 300 pounds. Titus, what do you think? 1,000 pounds? What's your name? What's your name, buddy? Jason. How much do you think it weighs? 1,000,000 pounds? That's a lot. Timothy. 200,000. That's a good word. That's a good number. What? 6. Oof. Guys, keep in mind a person's holding it. So, what do you think, Leila? 7,000 pounds? You guys think gold is heavy. Wow. All right. So listen, how much do you think, oh man, I can't believe I'm asking this question. How much do you guys think I weigh? I just asked this question. What do you think? Yes. That means that's true. No, not quite. I weigh just south of 200 pounds. But this thing weighs 213 pounds. So that thing weighs more than I do. Right? 213 pounds. But you know what? Normally, when you find gold, is it really, really big? No. They say it's super duper, super small, and I'll probably have pictures of it because you actually have to sometimes dig in water and find the gold among little tiny rocks. You know what they call, here's a little nugget for you. You know what they call bigger gold? If it's big enough to pick up with your fingers, they call them pickers. So that tells you they're not very big. They're not very big if you can't pick them up with your finger, right? But if they are big enough, they call them pickers. That's pretty cool, right? So if you find gold that you can pick up with your finger, you'd be like, hey, I know what that's called. It's called a picker, right? And why do you think they call it that? because you can pick it up, right? All right. Let's stand up. Let's do our theme song one more time so we can learn that. Mrs. Corey, I'm going to give this a shot myself because I need to learn it. Yep. All right. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? You guys ready? I'm putting my treasure in the bank of heaven, sending it ahead each day, giving out the gospel, helping out a neighbor, taking time to kneel and pray. I may never be a billionaire, but oh, my treasure's worth a lot up there. Thieves will never steal it, rust will never eat it. My treasure's in the bank of heaven. Good job. All right, Robert. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so at this time, what we're going to do is we're going to announce. Do I want to go ahead and find a seat, guys? Do I want to tell you who's winning? They don't really care to know who's winning, do they? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What's that? I don't understand what you're saying. Group A, okay. All right, but we're going to announce the points real quick. You guys ready? Do you want to know about points? All right, first of all, say hello to our secretary for the week, Miss Joy. Say hello. So if you want lots of points, you got to bribe her, right? No, you wouldn't take bribes, would you?
Maybe some gold nuggets.
Oh, maybe a welcome stranger, a 200-pound gold nugget. I mean, I wouldn't blame her if she took that. Tacos? I like tacos. All right, let's see what we got. Gasp. All right. You guys want to hear? How many points do you guys have, do you think? A lot? A little. All right. If you want me to announce your teams first, yell. Oh, man. Hey, Miners, do you have a team leader? Where's your team leader? Uh-oh. Miners team leader. Miners team leader. Say it with me. Miners team leader. Miners team leader. Miners team leader. Is he in the bathroom? All right, we're gonna have to do it without him. So I hope you guys can scream for your team because your leader's not here. He's MIA. He's missing in action. He is missing in the mind. Okay, real quick before I announce I'll announce the points first. Hold on. All right, one team has 48,500 points, and the other team has 17,200 points. So we're off to a rough start. But that's okay, because a lot of things can change in the next 4 days. Are you ready? Here we go. The team with 48,500 points is the Miners. And the Sifters have 17,200 points. There you go, Audra. Oh, well, ain't it swell. All right, please, if you do not have a Bible that you can bring, can you please raise your hand? If you do not have a Bible that you can bring. We have portions of the Bible. This is a John and Romans for you. If you bring this back tomorrow, we will count it as a Bible, okay? We will count it as a Bible. Remember, that's the tiebreaker for the visitors. And if your whole team brings your Bible, I'll give you some points. I haven't figured out how much yet. But if your whole team has the Bible or one of these John Romans, that will work, okay? All right, at this time, we are going to pray to dismiss, and then I'm going to send you to the prize room. We're going to pray to dismiss. Please bow your head, close your eyes. We're going to pray. Father, I thank you for the opportunity to just be in Vacation Bible School. Lord, I thank you for these kids. I pray that they'd learn to obey. And thank you, Lord, for who you are. And thank you just for a good night. Pray that you'd help us tonight in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Group A, which is the younger group. Boys, go ahead. Head to the prize room. Mr. Alex will tell you where to go. I'm just sending the boys from Group A for now. Go ahead, Jason. Yep. Did you guys have fun today? All right, I'm glad. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Yeah, you guys are winning. Yeah! All right, go ahead, group. Miss Amelia, can you take the Group B girls, please? Or Group A girls, sorry. Group A girls. Yes. Thank you. All right. All right, so the verses are where it's at. The verses help you get points, and the verses help you get prizes. Nice job. Titus did that. Excellent job. Ooh, did you get some prizes, man? A paper. Woo! Oh, yeah, and he got some candy. Mr. Alex, you going to be out there? Let me know when I can send more, please.
Just keep it up, bud.
Okay. Well, be in there, and they'll tell you when to get more. Does that make sense?
I'm going to say this in front of everybody. If you can...
Bird-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oops. Oops. Vivian. Vivi. The baby's crying. All right, day one. How did it go? It was good? You coming back tomorrow? Excellent. All right, let's get names. What's your name? Kylie. Hi, Kylie. What is it? Tendi? Kendi with a K. Kendi. Got it. Vanessa. I know you. What's your name? Madison. I remember you from last year. What? I remember you from last year too, but I don't remember your name. Sophia. Sophia? Madison. Oh, you are sisters. I got you. And Yuli, right? Got it. And there's Leland, Anthony, Andrew, Titus, Mr. Brosnan, Fausto.
What's up?
You got some candy. Nice. I think we did. Yeah, maybe we can get a new bag for him. Yeah, if there's enough, yeah. They should be back there. Ask Mr. Alex about that. They should be there. Okay. Are you planning to break the bank? All right, let's do it. Oh, we got surprises coming back in. Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying, though, right?
You want toast? Toys? All right. You come back tomorrow, we'll get you a toy, all right? Girls, go ahead, Group B girls. Group B girls. My treasure's worth a lot up there. Hi, honey. Did you get anything?
You're like, oh, I'm taxing.
Good job. Please don't blind me. Nice.
I'm loving this night.
You love it? What'd you get, Owen?
I got a Fanta soda.
Yeah.
Doritos Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch. Those are good.
And I got a snake thing that you can build.
I'm smelling pie.
Yep.
And then I got a glue stick we had for 2 blues.
Nice. Stop blinding me. Wow, that is bright. Yeah.
I chose my favorite color because it's I really
What did you get?
No, I don't think so, buddy. Yeah.
I'm saving this stuff until I get back to my grandma's.
That's a good idea. Yes. We'll talk about it.
I'm so happy right now.
I'm glad you're happy, man. You did a good job. You worked hard on those verses.
I worked very hard. I just got stuck on the 6 when it was so hard. I forgot. At that time, I forgot.
All right, you going to bring your friends? All right, boys, go ahead. Bring your friends. Bring your friends. We need more folks to help. Right? You don't have any friends? You look like a friendly kiddo.
We are friends. Yes, we are.
I don't know you. All right, guys. You can kill it. Yep. All right. We are going to end for the night. We've already prayed.